Hi guys, Jacko here. We're here to talk about Tottenham 2, Manchester United 2. A shame, an absolute shame, because we were so close, seconds from a huge 3 points, but in the end, we couldn't keep the defense really tight in the last corner, and we conceded a goal that hurt a lot, because 3 points were very important, especially the way that we were performing at home in the Premier League. This could have changed a little bit our trajectory, but unfortunately, it's not the case. The game, I don't feel like we were particularly good, especially the first half. Don't think that we were particularly bad, unlike other games that we saw recently in the league. I feel like even Manchester United wasn't that good at all. Like, they had one shot on target and they scored from that and in the first half. But in general, in the whole game, I feel like they had 3 chances overall. So defensively, we were quite good. Romero, Van de Ven played well. Romero helped us a lot in terms of progression from the center. And you can see how many more times Xavi Simons and other players were involved into the play because Romero was playing those passes. So I was very happy to see Romero back again, maybe not in the sharpest version of himself, but of course good enough to improve us immediately. Van de Ven was solid all around. I don't have any complaint about the 2 centre backs. Even the keeper, Vicario, I don't feel like he was responsible for the first goal. Maybe the second goal could have done better, now that I'm thinking about it, but I don't feel like they were in any shape or form really bad. The 2 fullback, Porro, I don't feel like Porro played bad. I feel like a lot of people see his random long passes as a negative, but it's surely something that Thomas Frank is asking him to do. Is something that would improve our chance to win a second ball high on the pitch. So it's a little bit of a different narrative on Porro. I don't feel like he was bad. I feel like he was finding good passes. He was trying to cross the ball well. So Porro, not the best performance, but I repeat, nothing too crazy, nothing too bad, in my opinion, even though I've seen some reaction on Twitter about Porro being absolutely horrendous. I don't agree. On the other side, Spence didn't like him at all on the left, much better on the right. On the left, he was a little bit of a disaster. Even the goal that we conceded started from a miscontrol from Spence in transition. But in general, when he has the ball, I don't feel like he gives us anything offensively, anything. Like, you give the ball to Spence, the ball goes back to the center back, or there is a half pass that he doesn't even believe in it. So I'm starting to really lose patience on Spence on the left. On the right, much better. I feel like he's much more comfortable, but this Spence on the left project needs to stop right now. And now that Udogie is back, I want to see Udogie and Porro constantly playing, because this is our best chance to be as effective as possible offensively. So Spence, in my opinion, he wasn't good. He wasn't terrible, but he wasn't good on the ball. Defensively, he was nice, of course. Manchester United didn't give us too many trouble, and he dealt well with the duels that he had. So in midfield, there was the midfield too of Palhinha and Sarr. Again, Palhinha did his job. I feel like he found also some good passes, some good vertical passes. Defensively, we were nice. He was winning a lot of duels, a lot of balls. So a little bit what you expect from Palhinha in general. Sarr was running a lot, was having a lot of energy, and I like that about Sarr. Still, technically, Sarr Palhinha, I feel like lacks sometimes a little bit of long passing, of different type of solutions, because they are all ball winners, primarily ball winners, and sometimes feel like the progression of the ball is a little bit too difficult with them. Today, I feel like Sarr did well in the duels. I still want to see a little bit more technical ability in the middle of the pitch, and I still believe that we lacked a little bit of Bentancur in the first half. That was my feeling. In the number 10, we were playing with Xavi Simons. He was finding a lot of space. He was positive with his dribble, especially with his ball carrying ability, especially. But I still believe that he needs to do a little bit more in the final third. He needs to be a little bit more decisive with his shots. He's not taking enough shots, in my opinion. He's not taking enough shots in general. He's not trying to make the killer pass enough. Things to say that a lot of time when he has the ball, he doesn't have too many options around, especially in transition. We were a little bit too slow in transition sometimes, but I still believe that he can get a level up again. Not bad, good performance from Xavi Simons in general. Randall Colomwani started the game somehow well, but he really wasn't that good in the end. He got substituted in the 45 minutes, but for at least 30 minutes I lost sight. I lost a little bit sight of Randal Colomani. He was a little bit too shy in the game. He was not receiving enough the ball. He was not demanding enough the ball. He had one good combination with Xavi Simons, but other than that, not enough from Randal Colomani, and he was rightly substituted in the 45 minutes. Brennan Johnson, not giving us a lot, let's be real. Not giving us a lot in terms of 1-against-1. He tried a little bit to get the best out of Dorgu, but Dorgu was really solid in that duel. We didn't create much from him, and he had one or two chances where he could have controlled the ball better or have a better decision making that he didn't. And then there was a Richarlison that, in my opinion, was nice. Other than the goal in the last minutes, a very good goal in terms of instinct as a striker to touch the ball with your head there. But he was battling a little bit better. He was holding the ball a little bit better. He was combining with Xavi Simons maybe more than anyone else. He was finding himself in good positions. He had a really bad decision in the second half where we got the goal disallowed from Johnson, where if Richarlison could have turned the other way, there was Odobert completely free on the other side, but an improvement on the performances of Richarlison that we saw in the last period. So the first half went 1-0 for them. Goal a little bit out of the rhythm of the game. I wasn't expecting United to score. I wasn't really expecting us to score, but I thought that we were the team that was the most looking to score. After we conceded the goal, we struggled a little bit to react in the first half, to create something. So we go to the second half. Odobert came into the pitch instead of Randal Colomani, and the difference is clear immediately. Odobert, for me, was low-key man of the match. He was really positive. He was always trying to find the 1-against-1. He was always trying to find the good pass, the good cross, the killer idea, And he had that thing in him today that he changed completely the rhythm of the game. So when he came into the second half, immediately put a wonderful cross for Romero that tried to score with the back heel, and Lemons saved that. And in the end, he was putting Mazraoui and Dorgu on strings every time in the 1-against-1. So I thought that Odobert was really helping us a lot in the second half. And the second half was really positive, in my opinion. Bentancur came on the pitch also later and improved our technical level in midfield. We were dominating a lot. United didn't even have one shot, maybe one shot with Sesko that was closed very well by Van de Ven. But the second half was really dominant by us. Tactically, technically, we were much better than United. And in the end, a little bit late, because we had other chances with Palinha on the corner. In the end, we had the deserved goal with Matistel, another player that came from the bench that had a huge impact. Huge and very good goal by Matistel. Other player that came from the bench that had a very good impact is, of course, Udogie, that changed completely our game completely, because from Spence on the left to Udogie on the left is like night and day. So when Udogie came into the pitch, he created a lot, and he had the assist thanks to a very good combination with Odobert for the goal of Matistel. That was a wonderful goal. A real striker goal. Receiving the ball, shielding the ball, turning to the right, shooting with power, a little bit of a deflection, don't care. With the ball striking ability that Matistel have, you just need to shoot. Deflection will come, no problem. So I was very happy with that, because Matistel showed again very good signs of a top striker. So we got the 1-1. Immediately after the 1-1, we almost risked to concede the 2-1, but maybe it was the only chance that Manchester United had the second half. And then we keep building pressure on Manchester United very well, and we keep building crosses, we keep building corners, and in the end, from one corner, Manchester United got the ball out of the box. Odobert received the ball out of the box, shoot with a curve goal, with a curve shot, and Richarlison went there with his head to put it in the bottom corner. So 2-1 for us. Huge celebration, huge moment for everyone. Now we need to stay compact. Now we need to really really stay tight for the last minutes, and we didn't. And of course, we didn't. We weren't able to keep the fucking 2-1 in the last minutes that were so important for our season. So in the end, we conceded the corner, and Brendan Johnson lost completely the sight of De Ligt in that moment. De Ligt completely a mark on the second post from 2 meters. Maybe Vicario could have done better, but he was very close. 2-2, 1 point in the end. So in the end, we were so close to 3 points. That is the biggest negative. We were so close to 3 points. I don't feel like it was a bad performance from the team. I feel like we dominated Manchester United for the large part of the game. I still believe that we lack a lot of talent and quality in the final third. We can score much more, and especially today, nothing to do with Thomas Frank that set us very well. Even the changes were absolutely spot on. So it's about the individual quality. We are still a team that unfortunately can lose almost every game if we are not tight enough, if we are not close enough, if we are not concentrated enough in the last moment to get this result. Like, this was very important to win. It was very important to not lose. So I'm happy at least that we didn't lose the game, but it's frustrating. It's frustrating because a win would have been very good. But I feel like a lot of signs, positive signs, tactically from Frank. I don't feel like there is nothing negative to say. Odobert coming to form, Tell scoring, so Romero coming back, Udogie coming back. So I'm happy with a lot of things that I saw. It's just a shame that we can't get the 3 point home. But yes, this is the video. So thank you so much for being here. Comment on the video if you think the game like me, or you disagree with me on something. I would really love to have a conversation also in the comments. And thank you so much. See you the next game. Goodbye.